Every controller player struggles here and there with finding their best settings. It's an ongoing battle, especially if you're trying to practice new building techniques, get more kills, be more accurate, or just overall become a better player. In this settings video today, I'll be showing off my own controller settings as well as why I believe these to be the best settings out there by far. I'm also going to be talking about the best controller sensitivities and the range that they usually fall in. I'm basing my opinions on settings that are used by professional controller players and settings that have worked for me for a very long time. Comment down below and tell me what your settings are, what you edit with, as well as your own personal sensitivity. Anyway guys, let's get right into the video. We're going to start this video off today by showing you guys my sensitivity and my settings really quickly. In my previous settings video, I made you guys wait until the very end, but the whole point of this video is to talk about my settings and what I recommend that you guys play. On screen right now, I'm showing my X and Y sensitivities. As you can see, I changed my X from a 0.750 down to a 0.650. And I changed my Y from a 0.650 to a 0.600. My targeting sensitivity is 0.500 and my scope sensitivity is also a 0.500. Now these settings will only make sense to you guys if I show you my controller binds before I start talking about why these are really good settings, as well as my recommendation for choosing your own settings and sensitivities. Taking a look at my controller binds, you can see that I moved my jump bind to my right stick and I assigned crouch repair to my X button. A lot of you guys know that I just recently switched to using the scuff, and I have now assigned my left paddle to use with X just to make life a little easier. If you can't afford a scuff controller, this bind will help you guys tremendously when it comes to jumping and turning at the same time if you don't play claw. Now moving into my edit and reset binds, I use my left stick to edit and I reset with R1. This is a really comfortable bind since I used to reset with my right stick and confirm with my left. Okay guys, so now that I showed you what my personal settings and sensitivities are, let's go ahead and get right into the meat and potatoes of what this video is about. The best settings for controller Fortnite. The way that I've gone about basing my opinion on this topic is adding up all the settings that other pro controller players use and coming to a conclusion on it. I always recommend you guys plan a medium sensitivity to a low end high sensitivity. The reason behind this is because this creates a smooth gameplay instead of a hectic and fast gameplay. You want to be precise and accurate with everything that you do in the game. So with that being said, we're going to move right down the list starting with your X and Y sensitivity. I recommend that you guys play anywhere from a 0.600 X and Y sensitivity to a 0.700 X and Y sensitivity. These seem to be most comfortable for a lot of controller players, including myself. These settings aren't too fast but aren't too slow at the same time, which increases your accuracy when you're jumping and turning. These seem to be right in the median for a lot of players and are preferred by many, which is why I believe these are the best X and Y sensitivities to use. We're going to move into the scope and targeting sensitivity, which I recommend you guys play anywhere from a 0.300 to a 0.500. I wouldn't ever go over 0.500 and I wouldn't dip below 0.300 just because that would be a little too fast and a little too slow for the majority of players, and this will increase your accuracy if you play on these settings. Jumping with R3 has also been mentioned a few times in this video, and the reason that this is important to have is because you don't want to limit your movement if you don't play claw. It will take a while to get used to crouching with X, but I did this up until I got my scuff controller a few days ago, and I can honestly say that it has changed my game and opened up so much more since I hold my controller the traditional way instead of claw. Dead zones are a little harder to go over since it involves the personal controller that you use, and the point of lowering your dead zones or raising your dead zones is to create better movement with the joystick when they have the normal wear and tear. Over time, I slowly started to move my dead zone down a bit since my controller started to give out on me, and it was about time that I bought a new one. Dead zones are going to be based on what you feel is personally good for your controller, and unfortunately I can't really recommend a best setting for this because again it depends on your controller. I believe these to be the best settings that every controller player can use in Fortnite, but if you still don't find these to be good for you personally, I would recommend just messing around with them as much as possible until you find your perfect sensitivity. Believe me, it's bound to happen eventually, but you do need to give the new settings time for your brain to adjust to. Changing your binds and sensitivities will mess with the muscle memory that you've picked up over time, just from consistently using the previous settings for a long period of time. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I'll fully stand behind my belief that these are the best Fortnite settings to use for controller players. If you disagree, I want to hear about it. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys have to say. If you guys are new around here, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, comment down below and tell me what your settings are, as well as what you use to edit with, as well as if you guys actually use a scuff SCUF controller too. This is my third day at the time of this recording using my SCUF controller, and I can honestly say that this controller has changed the way that I play dramatically. It's definitely made me a better player overall. I will honestly say that. And I'm going to be announcing my Control Freak code fairly soon, so you guys can actually use my discount code at checkout the next time you guys want to buy some Control Freaks. But until I do that, I'll see you guys next video. Peace out.